Hiya, Gaz here from Moth Creaturae. Just a quick workshop update. So obviously, like I've already mentioned, I got the doors fitted the other week. Just close that one out the way. And I couldn't decide on the handles to put on, right? So I did have these like kind of skulls, little tiny skulls there. And I figured I could use them because there's a skull in the brand logo. But then they didn't really sit right with us. As much as I do like them, I've used them on a couple of pieces of furniture that I've made before. They look cool. They kind of didn't sit right with the whole ethos of Moth Creaturae, and even how we built this shed, you know, like this workshop, like using all reclaimed bits and pieces. So what I decided I was going to do was, my old drawing board here, when I was taking it to bits, you see the old board there, the actual mechanism, the stands in the garage, that's really useful. I'll probably keep that as like a second helper, I suppose. Like if I've got a real long piece of timber, I can have it strapped in a vice, and then on that stand I can have the other end of it, so it means that I don't need someone holding it. I can just rest on that stand, you know, so it's useful. I'll keep it. It's pretty cumbersome. But I was reusing bits and pieces. Just give you a scan of the shelves there. And what I figured was, when I took off the sliding mechanisms here, which went up and down, which allowed the board ruler to actually go up and down, I quite like them. This is one here. You see it there, the shape of it. So what I figured I'm going to do, I'm going to use these as the actual handles, and this is how they're going to fit on. So imagine there, like that. They're going to go on probably about that long there. It blends in, and I think it's a lot nicer than the skulls, and it also makes more sense because I've reclaimed them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to fit these ones up. I've just countersunk there where you see where the screws are on the outside two holes. I'm going to offer it up, I'm going to fit it into place, and then with a pencil mark off the other side of it, like here, because it kind of, I don't want it overlapping over the window, so I'm going to cut it down. But to mark it up correctly, I'm going to fit it onto the door, and then I can mark it while it's in place. Take it back off, use the angle grinder and cut it down. Just a quick one that I did the other day using the angle grinder while I'm on it. I had a tiny little sewing machine. I like my old Singers. I've got a couple more on the go. We've got one in the house quite like this, but I fitted this one. It's just like a little showpiece, right? It was in a real bad state. Cleaned it up a little bit, took all the bright work off it. Well, it wasn't even bright, it was bloody rusted to death, and brought it back, sympathetically restored, I think they call it. It's not completely like polished up, but it's just like, it's got a bit of patina on there. I polished up the old spinning wheel at the back, and then with a stencil there, just made a real crude Moth Creaturae paint on the top there in silver, because it would go with the silver paintwork that was remaining, the swirls and what have you. But yeah, fitted that the other day, and that comes on and off with me light. There we're gone. So it's just an attractive little piece, but serves purpose because clearly we are a craft shop, and sewing is craft. I don't do any sewing myself, but I think it's a good emblem, if you like, for craft. Okay, well, until next time, take care. Bye.